This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.
And welcome back. We are here if you want to jump in, potentially get a reading. She is a psychic medium. Even more than that, a clairvoyant, a clairaudient. She provides insight. I truly love how when she does readings, she gets right to the point. Like our attention spans are very short nowadays, and she gets it done. Diane Duffy back with us. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much. Always an honor to be with you.
Good having you back here. I want to tell everybody 631. Here's the number 631-319-6275. You can also reach out. Instant feedback, steve@gmail.com. So I want to, you mentioned it previously, but I want everybody to know clairvoyant, we kind of got that idea what that is. Clairaudient, how do you define that?
Clairaudient is hearing things from either my spirit guides, or if I'm doing mediumship, I will hear. Now, when I say I will hear, it's hearing it in my mind's eye, as opposed to literally hearing like you turn the radio on. Okay. So in our minds, we can hear, let's say, I don't know, the theme song from a television show, right? We don't hear it, but when we think about it, we hear it in our mind's eye. Well, what will happen when one of your loved ones may step in is I may hear in my mind's eye a name, let's say Iris, Vivian, whatever it may be, Douglas, I may hear them call out a kind of car. So they're speaking to me in a way that's with words. So the words are being imparted. And it's a different kind of hearing that sometimes is just really hard to explain. Mm-hmm. But the word jumps in. The word jumps in. So that is your clairaudient. And they do it with me a lot. I may have a conversation with somebody looking for an answer to something that they need to look up. I could be paying a bill, and all of a sudden the word January will come in. And now I've answered my own question before that customer service person has a chance to answer it. So, they will jump in. So in a reading, I will get words often to help my customer connect with what's coming next.
Do you feel that many of us can do this? You're very much, and not to the level that you do, but do you feel that you're proficient because you're aware and you see the signs and you connect the dots? For the rest of us, it's all out there. It's in front of us. But we don't see it.
I've been doing this from the time that I was a child. So it's kind of like a muscle that's always been used.
Yep.
And I don't have to force it. When it comes voluntarily. When we force, then that's something altogether different. So there are people oftentimes in their daily life, if their guides, I'm shutting this off. If their guides want them to know something, and that person's third eye, they're awareness, their higher self, is open at that moment, that information may just jump in. But I don't necessarily think that somebody has to sit down and get into Zen mode to get an answer. And also, a lot of times it's the powers that be that will get it in there, force that message in if they really want to. And it's kind of hard to explain because I think people, a lot of people, they think it's their mind. They think, oh, I'm not sharp, or they blame it on intellect and ego and IQ rather than this coming from a openness to receive. And it doesn't happen magically where all of a sudden some, let's say the year 2025, oh, I just got real good at this. Well, no. I mean, it probably was always there, but it's how you opened up to it. And what I want to say with folks is I think that, and I believe this, that when people are young, either they're going to have a strong intuition or not. I believe this gift comes young. I believe this gift can come when you're 40, sometimes from a big burst of spiritual awareness. Sometimes it's a tragic experience, some sort of revelation. You've gotten more connected to God for whatever reason. And that can crack open from a big experience. So if you don't have it from childhood, sometimes a big causal, often a trauma, will open people up. Now, they can open up mediumship wise, or maybe they're opening up not mediumship wise, but more to just general intuition and getting their own answers. But I have met clients that have, big event happen, and now they're mediumistic, not with other people, but with their own loved ones that have passed on. They've gotten somehow very communicative with them.
I want to press pause there and go to a call. I want to circle back to what you're saying, though. That's what I'm saying. It's a pause button. Hi, can you hear us?
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I just didn't want to interrupt. I was listening. How are you guys doing today? This is Brian.
Hey, Brian. We're doing well. How you doing?
Hi, Brian.
I'm doing fine. I was calling to see, would it be possible for me to get like a quick reading? I've just been going through a bit of like grieving because I've been going through a loss. I wanted to see if I can get a reading, if that would be possible.
Well, I need a direct question because my readings are usually a half an hour to an hour.
Okay, well,
what's your specific
sorry about, I was just because I've been going through like a family loss. I don't have, it's my grandfather. So it's like the whole family is grieving. It's been like.
Is your question?
Do you want to connect with your grandfather?
Is your question?
Yes. I guess I'd be looking to connect with my grandfather.
Okay, so you're looking for something that he might say?
We didn't really have any closure, you know.
Okay, let me, what was his first name?
Arsenio.
Arsenio?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, 1 minute. I feel a very strong contentedness with him. and a sense of peace. And he's okay with this sort of non-closure because him being on the other side, he can sort of connect with you at will. And what I want to say is that he wants you to forgive yourselves for any shortcomings, for you not being there at the time that he passed, or the other word I'm also getting is not enough visits. Like perhaps you feel like you didn't visit enough. The most important thing is forgive yourself and talk to him in your quiet time is what I'm hearing as well, because he does hear you, but he has no judgment of anybody at this time, and he is completely at peace and smiling and very proud of the family.
All right, yeah. I think that might be really accurate. You know, he was always really at peace, and like he took like a lot of pride in my mom. But it's true that I didn't get to visit a lot towards the end. So I wish I would have had a lot more time together. But
well, Diane is saying release that guilt. Release that guilt because your grandfather's not judging you or anybody about that.
Of course, that helps a lot on my end, just like closure wise, because I have been feeling a little
and talk to him,
like a lot of weight on my shoulders.
He will hear you.
All right. Thank you guys so much. Then I appreciate that.
Thank you. I be well.
I leave you that with the blessings. Mm-hmm.
Thanks for calling. They do hear. I'm convinced. And back to what we talked about before. I feel even in my own world, as I look at all of this, that there was some things that happened in my life 5 or 6 years ago that kind of woke me up to plugging into this more. Now, I don't know if I was intuitive before this or maybe a little bit, and I'm not saying I'm intuitive now, but I see signs. Do I know what they mean? Not necessarily, but I'm aware. Oh, there's that. Oh, there's that. Oh, well, look at that. And I don't always connect the dots, but I'm seeing them. I'll give you an example. Something is calling me to horses. I don't know what it is. I was on vacation last year.
I thought of horses very strongly this morning out of the blue. So,
yeah, getting legit goosebumps. I'm not even kidding, because something came up this morning. So I'm just trying to laser this down. So I felt this connection with a horse. Now I have an appreciation, and I feel a calling, like go to a stable and just be around horses. That's it, period. I don't need to ride them. Maybe I will. I don't know. Spoke with my son about this yesterday. He reminded me my dad used to take me, my dad no longer here, to see horses. And my son said, yeah, I even have the picture on my phone you sent me when you were like 3 years old sitting on a horse. I'm like, oh, I forgot about that. So then I realized this morning that I have a marketing company, and one of my clients, she works with horses as like an attorney for issues, falls, accidents, things like that. She messages me today, and I'm like, oh, I could ask her if she knows of a stable. But wait, there's more. I'm at the gym. I'm listening to the song. I love this one particular song. It's got nothing to do with horses, but I feel a very warm feeling from the song. One of the words is, I trust in your love. I look down at my phone, and the album cover, which came out in the 70s, is a blanket horse. It's a drawing of a horse. I'm like, stop. Like so the breadcrumbs are there. It's like somebody, maybe my dad, is saying, you need to go hang with a horse, dude. I can't deny it.
Yes.
And that's just pieces. Yes. There's more there, but I keep seeing these signs, push, push, push. Sort of horse. If I wasn't more in tune with this kind of stuff, I'd be missing it. And I'm not
I was just
looking
going to
for it.
say that. Miss the opportunity. Yeah.
I'm not looking for it. Believe me, Diane, it's not like, I'm looking for an answer and I'm going to find it. No, I'm just leaning back and just looking at my phone this morning. I'm hearing this song. I played it like 5 times. I played it since I was in my teens. I just like that. There's something about it. I don't know. And I'm like, I played it over again. I'm like, it's such a good song, man. Like the bass and everything. And then I look at my phone. There's a freaking horse. You can't make it up. Be aware.
When
That's
they
my point.
push, they will push. In other words, your guides. When they're trying to push an agenda, they will really get it, in front of you. And then it's up to you to make some calls, connect the dots, which stable, which horse, what am I going to do? Am I volunteering? Am I writing? And then the rest is wherever you need to place your time. Go with an open mind, and you may make a couple of different skips and jumps in terms of how you're interacting. Are you writing? Are you working with people that need the horse for some sort of therapy? The sky's the limit in terms of what you do with it. All that spirit really asks you is to be open in terms of what the dynamic is going to look like.
And
just
I have
let that be loose.
No preconceived. It's just be near a horse. Right. That's all I got. Right. I'm not looking, will I volunteer? Maybe. I don't know. I'll know when I know. Whatever it may be. I did just get a download as we were speaking about what the potential reason could be. Not even going to get into it, but I got a picture of maybe that's why I'm being pushed. Well, it will be revealed. I'm somebody told me that long ago that everything is revealed. It will be revealed. Is it in this lifetime? I don't know, but whatever. But my point here is be aware. There's a reason. Why is this showing up, especially on my phone with a song? Like, what are you doing here? There's something. There's a reason. It wouldn't just be a horse on the album cover.
And there's the whole input with mediumship, because your father, hung around horses. So there's, an influence from a spirit. Yeah. Your dad. So, they don't necessarily talk to us every day, but a loved one may jump in that you haven't thought about in a while. And all of a sudden they're trying to work something with you that they want for you. That's how it goes. Yeah. That's how it goes.
Just be open. Like you just said, I have, who knows what could happen? Nothing could happen, but it's more of we'll just say, open mind, whatever it may be.
You might be writing again. You might end up meeting people that own horses that might invite you to use one of theirs and go riding. So, again, open and without judgment is important. Whatever you're being led to, you can be led to a chef. Does it mean that you're supposed to be a chef?
Right.
I don't know. Maybe it's meant for you to do some better cooking at your house. Again, people a lot of times try to get very finite and it must mean that I need to own a horse, or maybe it means that, I need to change my job and be a chef. People don't try to figure it out. The openness and people don't even realize how much they're being guided along the way as something comes into their path. Because they scratch their head and go, I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't know why I'm calling this person. Why am I meeting with this person over this? I didn't know this person is connected to this. And then all of a sudden, everything works out. And then sometimes spirit has a sense of humor, and something else that you always wanted to do, or a person you always wanted to meet that has some kind of influence, all of a sudden They step in. The next thing you know, this is leading to this, which gives an answer to that,
Yep.
which maybe helps somebody else in your family. And the next thing you know, you're like, oh my God, I just solved 5 problems by taking this one step. And now I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And the world is like an oyster. And what's inside an oyster? Sometimes it's a pearl, and sometimes oysters are just so damn good. And maybe you're even going to do something with the shells. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
I totally got it.
Everything has a gift outside of a gift outside of a gift, and nothing is ever wasted, is what I tell people too, with the message that comes from spirit. And then, we think about it in hindsight, and we look at the value a lot of times later than sooner.
So, and I just want to, just on that point there, enjoy the journey. Like I'm thinking, I'm like, well, another horse. Oh, I kind of laugh at it. It's like, look at that. That's interesting. I'm not, deep into it. Like, oh, something's up here. I got to figure it out. No, whatever reveals next will reveal next. Do you feel
you have a good trust? And I think because you've been so connected to psychics and mediums with the work that you do, you've learned a lot along the way, as opposed to the average Jane or Joe out there. They may not be handling their messages as easy breezy as you. And that's where I step in with the work that I do and kind of coach people along the way and say, allow this to unfold.
You're the interpreter. It's like you're, if I came before you, I got this over there. It might not be revealed yet, but I agree with you. This is something connected to my father. It has to be. It has to be.
Yeah.
There's just, and side note, I don't know if I shared, when I saw that horse on vacation, I already had a past life regression scheduled within a day of that. Guess what showed up? A horse. So you just leave it at that. Do you feel universally that everything is already planned out for us? It's all there. We don't know, but there's part of a plan, and this is the way it's going to go. Now we have free will to some extent, but by and large, it's kind of already set.
Boy, that's a complicated question. I don't think it's quite that simple. I think that the universe has kind of like a layer cake. Steve can go this route. This route, would probably be the ultimate in this lifetime. But also, spirit thinks that this is equally as good. And it's like the layers of a cake. No layer in that cake is bad. It's just, this is equally as good. It's what does Steve want? And spirit makes sure that every layer of that cake is equally as good. And they know, because of free will, you may end up in this layer or that layer because of something that you like, or something that you are more prepared for and desiring of. So they're going to make sure that whatever layer you go into, they know that nothing's wrong with it. They're all perfect, but they're going to assist you while in that layer, because that is the layer that you chose. Out of 7 good layers, you chose, I don't know, number 5. Doesn't mean it's bad. They're all equally the same.
That is a great analogy. That's a great analogy. So
that's just the way I see it.
No, but I get
clients that I have worked with.
Yeah.
So it's not that black and white that God's up there going, yep, I see this person doing all these things, and it's a perfect perfect map, and only this map is what God wants and the ultimate perfection. And then we have free will and we willy-nilly all over the place. And now it's up to God to make sure that we stay in that pasture of what we chose, because we chose this, even though something was written in the book of your life over here. I don't really feel it's that way. I feel that there's like, I don't know. I'm using the number 7. I could be wrong. Maybe God said 3 perfect things. Which one Steve going to pick? I don't know. But what I want to say is, while we are in what we're content with, okay, while we're there and we are content, we are still in that perfect layer, and we are going to be guided to keep it to our highest and best while we're in that layer. We're not going to be guided wrong. I mean, yes, we have free will. We may, while we're in that perfect layer, do some things that trip us up, let's say in our career or whatever. But Spirit's always trying to keep us, in that, I don't want to say bubble, but in that highest and best energy to make what we've chose work.
I think that is a wonderful analogy. My picture of this is that cake is you and your life. The cake, the recipe, it's already been prepared. It's already been prepared. So, if you want to say loosely here, very, very loosely, that's your plan. It's been established.
And each one is perfect.
Yes.
So it's not like God said, Steve has to stay in this layer or Diane has to stay in this layer. God may pick 3, he may pick 10. But out of all of those, everyone is perfect in the sense that you have the lifestyle, the contentedness, the self mastery, all actualization, whatever you want to call it. You end up the same, just different.
Yes, totally. Because
everything is the same. So whether your daughter decides to be a nurse or whether she decides to be, I don't know, work on Wall Street, whatever the case may be, her layer of contentedness and self-actualization and living a good life is the same in that cake.
Totally get it.
She chooses that, and God keeps her in the reins, in the field, in I don't want to say gated and guarded, but protected to be the best in that scenario of choices.
Totally understand it.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So
and
again,
you may not
think like, we screw it up because God wanted us to work in this industry and our free will led us over here. And so now we got to work our way back to what our story was supposed to be when we were born. I don't necessarily believe that.
We're out of out of time. We're out of time. We could keep going on this because I'm so enjoying the layer. And it may mean that you might not be ready. Let's say you've got buttercream, you've got banana, you got chocolate, you got strawberry in the layers. You might not be ready for buttercream right now. So now you're in the strawberry layer. What's the best way to connect with you, Diane?
Oh, yeah. Basically, I would say texting or my email. Texting is the fastest because I'm always in my phone.
Sure.
My phone number is 860-518-4136. You can call or text me. Then my email is Diane, Diane, the number 9, M as in Mary, P as in Paul at gmail.com. That's Diane9MP at gmail.com.
Life is a cake. Enjoy the flavor, no matter what layer you're on. Appreciate you. Thank you for today. I'll be thinking about that. I'll be sharing that too. I love it.
Thank you so much. Always an honor.
Likewise. And I appreciate you. Thank you. We'll talk soon. Okay.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you. We are coming right back. Hang on.
This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.